Hi witches, welcome back to my channel. This is Jess, and today I thought we would do a fun pick a card on who are they really. So I have 3 piles here. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and if you need a moment to pick your pile, go ahead and pause the video here. Otherwise, I'm going to get started. So, pile number 1. Who is your person really? I realize that we're nosy. That's why we're all in the pick a card readings. We want to know. So, who is pile 1 person really? Who are they? Who are they really? Okay. Okay. So on the outside, your person is very confident. They know what they want. They're very determined. They might come from some kind of established family background where they have a lot of resources behind them. There's a lot of confidence here. And this is a person who does not at least come off, they don't present themselves to the world as if there's very much in their way at all. I feel like this person has a very balanced approach. They could be in a leadership type of a role. And if they're not in a leadership role yet, they definitely have that leader kind of quality. Somebody that a lot of people look up to, a lot of people trust, a lot of people might go to this person for advice. They seem very level-headed and balanced, somebody who will take action, but only after a period of reflection, and very tempered person. Somebody who it's like, you can almost sense and feel like the vibration of their drive beneath the surface, but they have like a really cool, calm, and collected demeanor. This person always kind of seems like a general, like in an army to me, and that's like kind of, I feel like, how your person comes off, like a tactician, somebody who knows what they're doing. They have long-term plans, but short-term goals that they're constantly meeting in order to meet those plans. Sorry if you guys can hear my cat drinking. So internally, they're more inner self. Who are they? They are someone who is pretty content. Overall content. I feel like this person has had a lot of successes in their lives. This person, I'm not trying to like be rude, but I don't think this person has had much in the way of like the school of hard knocks in a sense. Not in like struggles, not like meeting your everyday need kind of struggles. So I feel like this person generally feels pretty content on the inside, very emotionally well balanced. Sorry about all the noise, you guys, if you can hear the planes flying over. This might not be a person who is such a deep diver on their inner self, at least not yet. This strikes me as a person who's, maybe starting out in life, or they're really focused on their outward, their external status and things. So they might not have, really started to look at their inner workings too much yet. But overall, there is a sense of contentedness. There's a sense of stability. And again, I think this comes through on the outside. And they're like, I'm just noticing all the yellow and the blues in this card. I do think a lot of who this person presents themselves on the outside to be is who they really authentically are on the inside as well. It's just with slight variations, but they're pretty authentic to their true self, in the outside world. Kind of like a simple person in the best way, So how does their mind work? This is interesting to me. This is like, how they're thinking. It also, I'm doing this spread by astrological placement. So this would be like their Mercury. And this is, how you think. This is also your community circle. This is, sort of how your mind works and how you communicate. This person might feel isolated. They might not feel like they fit in. And this could be because, they're presenting this. I mean, look at this person. This is an intimidating figure for a lot of people. So they might find it hard to connect with people, and not because they're not, great person on the inside. I think that people, they kind of present themselves as an authority to the rest of the world in some way or another. It doesn't have to be like a business authority or anything like that, but they kind of stand apart in a way that that people might be a little intimidated. And so they could feel like they don't really have a lot of friends, or they don't have a lot of close friendship connections. And but again, like with the Two of Cups behind here, it's not that it's not available. I mean, you're at this reading for this person, right? So you probably have loving feelings towards them and want to figure out how to connect with this person. And this person just might struggle being able to connect with people. Although with their Venus placement here as the Knight of Cups, I see that they want to connect with people. They're a very deep person on the inside. And then you can see this in their moon too with, with the Nine of Cups. They have all of these cups here. They do have a lot of love, within them. And I do think they want to offer that to people. I think they're a little unsure as to how to do that. This just might be a person who's, a little socially awkward. They're very self-motivated. And I think this person kind of comes from the place of like, if I'm my best self, I'll just draw my people in. And I think they will eventually. But yeah, so I do think that this person, this is a watery kind of a feel to their Mercury, and Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Virgo. Gemini is, an air sign. Mercury is very airy itself. It's got a lot of air quality to it. And Virgo is it's stable, it's pretty stable. So this person could, when they do communicate, they could communicate kind of emotively. That might shock you. But they use a lot of emotional language. That could be for some people. You might not have heard it because I don't think this person just goes around wearing their heart on their sleeve. Kind of Scorpio vibes I'm getting, where they present like a and Cancer as well, where they present like more of a tough facade, but they have a lot going on with emotions beneath the surface. So the water with, what am I trying to say, Jessica? The watery nature to their Mercury, which is more of an airy kind of an element, just might make that a little bit of a struggle for them. The Mercury things with communication and all of that. And okay, yeah, so let's talk about their Venus placement a little more with the Knight of Cups here. This is great to have, in your Venus. This person is a loving person. They do want love. Venus also talks about your values and your money. So this person, I think, values artistic things. They do value artistic expression. The Knight of Cups is kind of a brooding, artistic kind of a person. He can also be a person who makes his money doing something artistic. So like whatever field this person is in could be some kind of an artistic field or have some kind of a creative element to it. And this person could have a lot of, this is kind of a Casanova card. So they could have a lot of relationships in love, but there is something about this person that seems, this is also their Mars placement. Mars has a lot to do with sex. I'm getting kind of a standoffish vibe from this person a little bit. So I do think that this person, that like kind of standoffish, brooding Casanova personality, that, this person's going somewhere, they have a lot going on for them, they're a bit of an authority, a bit of a bad boy, that is very attractive to a lot of people. So I do think this person might, have a lot of flings, a lot of hookups, but fling, it sounds like too airy-fairy of a word for this person. I feel like this person probably has a lot of intense, deep love affairs, but they're not like earthy. They're not something that catches and really takes hold and takes root. So that's just something to maybe be aware of. It could be that this person, they're really focused on their career. I can pull more cards for that in a second because I'm not really pulling cards for that, but I'm just getting a vibe that this person is very self-focused right now, not in necessarily a bad way, not necessarily in a good way, but I do think that they can be a little cold, and it makes people kind of want to vie for their attention a little bit, right? And again, that could be why maybe they struggle with relationships, because relationship is, it's a give and take, it's giving and receiving. So this person kind of, I'm getting that this isn't quite it, but in Crazy Stupid Love, Ryan Gosling's character, where he like makes the women talk about themselves, and it's like, well, please me, entertain me, get my attention because I'm the prize here. Just like that kind of vibe on some level. I'm trying to pay attention to my pronouns. I can't remember if I've been saying he. There's a lot of he's in this card, so I apologize. Yeah, so that's like your person. Again, so Venus also deals with money. Their money could be a little flickery right now, because I do get the sense of like this person's starting something new. They're trying to build something, and I do think this person will be able to build it. They seem like they have like what it takes to build it. But it could be, again, in some kind of a creative field. They just might not have figured out how to direct like all of that, all of their knowledge and their passion into that field just quite yet. They're on their journey. They're on their way to doing that. But they're very inspired by whatever it is that they're doing. And passion is something that's important to them. In love and in money. So let's talk about their Mars. This is interesting. We have the Four of Cups, and this is the card of, apathy, not really seeing what is being offered to you. This could be a very careful and discerning person when it comes to, because Mars it rules sex, it rules taking action, how we meet the world. It can also rule like anger. Mars is the lesser malefic. So this person, like Mars being the lesser malefic, they could hurt people by their apathy. By like people might feel like they don't really see them again. Like I'm gonna keep coming back. This is just such an interesting placement for me. So this could be, again, like maybe why they struggle forming intimate connections is because they seem really aloof. And in some ways they are. I feel like they can be very focused on like one thing at a time, and again, if this person's focused on their career, or if they're focused on, then they're not focused on their relationships. And it's not like they're very good at, keeping multiple fires going, This is a person who they have to get one rock in their jar at a time, and that's how they're going to be successful. I also think this person's a person who's not really satisfied. Like they're always going to have goals, So it's like once they get to another level, they kind of look around and see how they could be higher, like how they could progress further, So yeah, and they could be very picky with their sexual partners, getting kind of like a Mars and Virgo type of a vibe where, they have a set of things of criteria that they want met in a partner, And I do think with this Knight of Cups being here in their Venus position, I do think, like I said, they have a lot of one-night stands, but they're very clear on that when it's like they know that they're not building something with a person, It's like this will do for now. They look at like, I'm getting that they kind of look at the overall person, and then they quickly maybe categorize them. So in their obstacles, I'm really looking at these cards one at a time, you guys, but this is their, what things they struggle with. This is like kind of their Saturn position. What's their like karmic kind of obstacle that they're working on this life? And we have the Six of Cups. This is all about connection, honestly, innocent connection too. And also I always think, because we have the child here that's a little bigger, and then we have this dwarf that's older. And so to me, they're bigger in different ways. Like the child is bigger physically and is carrying the cup for this person. But, this older, smaller person over here is wise in years and experience, right? So they're big in different ways, but they connect and they share their connection. And that's what this person is struggling with. And honestly, I think this is the key. This is their key. This is like how to become successful for them, is if they can figure out relationships. Because I do feel like a lot of, I've been talking a lot about business because I think this person's very business minded, but that it has a lot to do with just people and connections. What in life doesn't have to do with that, right? It all comes down to people. Well, it doesn't all come down to people, but I feel like you guys know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this person does struggle just connecting with people, maybe seeing people's value even. Because again, with the Mars placement being the Four of Cups, it's like, what can you do for me? And if this person, if it's not immediately apparent, because we form relationships because relationships are fulfilling in and of themselves, right? We're people, and it's just part of being a person to have relationships. But this person doesn't see inherent value in that. It's like this person wants to know what they're getting out of something in the beginning, and that's not how you approach relationships. If something you form a connection with somebody, and then and that continues to bloom and blossom, and then maybe you guys can work together, and you realize that after years of friendship that hey, this is going to work in this sort of a way. But this person struggles to see it from that perspective. It's like I don't want to say they use people, because I don't know if they use people. This could be, it depends on your situation and your person. You know, if this person is like 45, then yeah, they might have a habit of using people. But if this person's right at the start of their life, this could just be a young thing that they haven't really matured out of. You know, Saturn matures at around age 35. So if someone's younger than that, they still could be working out these karmic issues. You know, if they're older than that, this might have solidified a little more, you know? So yeah, who are they really? I think that's a lot of information for now. So that's all I have for you, group 1. Please let me know if this resonated. Please tell me a little bit about your situation and your person. I love reading about your lives. I'm ever curious. I'm a Gemini. I'm so curious. So thank you for watching. Please like and talk to me. Bye, guys. Hi, pile number 2. Let's see who your person is really. I was just telling pile 1 that we're all super nosy, and that's why we're totally into this. So let's just pop the hood, shall we? All right, pile number 2. Who is their person really? Oh. Who is their person really? Just so you know, I'm not taking these jumpers. I read differently for myself and for groups. Like, that's how I separate it. And I do jumpers for myself, and I don't do it for groups. It's the way, I don't know, it's just something that I do for myself to kind of keep things. Okay, so I am doing this astrologically, and I'll explain more in a minute. Okay. So, like I said, I'm doing this astrologically. So I have like their sun, their moon, right? So I'm just going to break it down kind of colloquially for you though. So their sun, right? This is how they present themselves to the world. We have the 2 of Wands. This is a person who might have accomplished a lot in their life. They could be always looking for how to grow and expand themselves. They could be going through a time in their life right now where it's like this person has accomplished a lot, but they're looking to get into a different field. They're looking to go into a different direction. They might be looking to travel and just broaden their horizons a little bit. This could be a person who's you know, if they're on the younger side and they're at the beginning point in their life, they could be looking to leave home for the first time. They could be going on some kind of an adventure. They could be looking into broadening their horizons in some sense, like going to school somewhere, you know, something like that, where they're looking to expand, but expand from tradition, expand from their foundation. This person could be like, I'm kind of getting Sagittarius vibes. Sagittarius is the diplomat of the zodiac. They do a lot of traveling to expand their mind. They love to travel. It's the centaur, you know, so it's like the person arising from the beast. So I'm getting the sense that this person they're expanding and broadening their mind in a certain way, which is actually really, really cool. And this person's very driven by their passions. I feel like you probably have heard about this person's dreams, if you're at all close to them. This is a person who wants to live their dreams, who is very focused on achieving their dreams. So I'm getting for that. But what is their inner self like? This is a great balance because we have the Knight of Pentacles here, who is a very methodical, practical type of a person. This is a person who's looking at all the obstacles very clearly. There's a lot of stability here. So you have a dreamer, somebody who has a lot of dreams, who is very focused on being the best person they can be, being very expansive, being very educated, being very cultured. This is a person who wants to like live and taste and breathe life, right? Very, very passionate person. But their approach to that, they're going to get their dreams, because this is a person who is a planner, they have stick-to-itiveness. They're very steady in their emotions. I don't know why I'm going to say this, but their mom is probably a really beautiful, stable, wonderful person. You know, she's always, I'm getting like Kitty Foreman, but maybe less, you know, frantic. You know, this is just a person, she loves to cook for her family. She loves to look out for them. They had a really steady presence at home, and that really affected their inner life. There was a lot of place for them to settle. They're very clear. So when they're talking about their passions, if this is a person who talks a lot about your passions and you kind of get the sense that it's a pie in the sky thing, just know that it isn't. Even if they have a view of their passions that is like very broad and you're like, you need to focus on one thing, this person has a plan. They're going to get their dreams. I really do think. So, yeah. And this person's very clear on who they are and what they want. even if they are young. I think this person does have a pretty good understanding. I did this exercise once where I had to suss out my own values, and I was really surprised by it because I just thought we all had the same values of like, you know, happiness and life and love and all of that. But I was surprised to find that adventure was so central to my values. And this person, I don't think, would be surprised in an exercise like that. They know exactly what their values are. So their Mercury placement, this is interesting, is the Four of Cups. So their Mercury is their mind, how their mind works, their intelligent mind, right? It is how their social group and how they interact with people like that are in their community on the daily. And this is such a weird and strange placement for this person because given they seem kind of outgoing, but I'm not really getting that. This person, I've got this for pile 1 as well. They're very focused. I think that they're very focused on their goals. I'm actually going to pull a clarifier. Interesting. Their outward personality, and again, this is just their outward personality, you know, but Sun and your Mercury placement work heavily together to form your outward personality. And just because this person seems so open-minded here, but they are rooted in tradition, and they do have this traditional like moon placement that's very like grounded and rooted. So this person might be slow to change their mind. This might be a very stubborn person that they have to be presented with an idea several times over in order to change their mind. They might not always see the value in new or different ideas. I don't know why, but this person might not believe in like divine guidance, like this kind of a thing, like divination or listening to their intuition or anything like that. They could just be very externally focused. This could be a person who's like very, they want us to be able to see it, touch it, bang it on things to know that it's real. But I think that whenever they might suddenly change on a dime though, you know, like if it's like, they can be really stubborn, like they don't see something clearly that you maybe want them to see. They might be presented with an argument or a theory or just some information over and over and over again, and they just don't really see it. They're not incorporating it into their worldview until suddenly something clicks for them, and then all of a sudden they do, and then they change on a dime, and they're like the poster child for that particular subject and topic. Because I'm just getting a lot of like, this person has a lot of like earthy, heavy energy of like very stubborn. They know what they're thinking. They're very traditional in their ways of thinking, but they do slowly kind of get out of their comfort zone in order to explore. Like it just might take them some time. And then, sorry if you could hear my cat drinking water. She was drinking water before too. She's so thirsty. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting for that. I might want to come back to that. But so for their Venus, you guys, the lovers. This is for their Venus placement. Venus rules your relationships. It rules your values, how you make money. Things like that. So the lovers is, you know, it's an interesting card. This is a Gemini card. And Geminis, they're not known. I'm a Gemini and I'm very loyal in love, but my Venus is in Taurus. But they're not known for being the most faithful. Maybe I'll just... Okay, King of Wands. So this person might flit around from relationship to relationship. They could have some kind of a duality in their relationship. This person could be bisexual. They could like to date their friends. I'm getting like this might be a person who, you know, some people are really hesitant to date their friends, but this person might like get around within their friend group a little bit. I do think I'm gonna be real, you guys. I'm a Gemini, and so like according to like astrologically, we're all evolving into the highest vibration of our sun sign, right? And we do that through leaning into our North Node. So I am a Gemini, and I am here to understand Geminian things, and so sometimes I get a little stumped by the lovers because it seems so antithetical. Like this is supposed to be like a really great relationship, right? I do think this person has the capacity to have a really solid relationship, but especially if this person is young, they're going to do that. The way that they're going to do that is through exploration, through dating around. They want to have experiences so that they know what they want. And what they're looking for in love and relationship is a really communicative partner. they want somebody that they're friends with, because Gemini is it's a sign of brotherly love. It's a sign of friendship. It's the sign of Castor and Pollux, but it's also before Castor and Pollux, who are the two twin brothers, one mortal and one immortal. It was the sign of Baal and Anat. These like the Hieros Gamos, like the divine union between man and woman. So this person wants everything. I think this person is capable of having that relationship, but they're hard to pin down, is what I'm getting, because they are the King of Wands, which is a very passionate person, a person who's driven by their passions. And I think that they are kind of the leaders in the relationship. So I think maybe like a lot of people want to pin this person down. I'm trying to watch my pronouns, you guys. I think I'm saying he's because there's so many, all these cards are he's, but this could be a lady too. This person could be like, they could know their hot stuff a little bit. They could think that they're like really hot stuff. They could feel like they have their pick. But I think this person is just like really lusty. They're driven by their passions. They're just driven by their passions, like in more ways than one. Like we saw that in their sun sign too. So they're the same way in love. Yeah, they're the same way in love. How this person wants to make their money is, it could be through communication of some kind, through media, through, but also like, yeah, something that's like very communicative, but also very like powerful. This person's a natural leader. They could be just like a man. They're built to be a leader and a manager of some kind, that is like heavy into, that uses a lot of communication. This person's probably pretty good communicator. Let's see, anything else? Venus. They could be, I don't know, like a sapiosexual. This person is like air and fire in love. So they like conversation and action. This is like a person who like would want to take you like hiking or something maybe. I mean, it's going to take different flavor depending on who they are, but I feel like they're probably pretty active, like with their minds and their bodies in some way. So their Mars placement, whoa, Mars is the Emperor. This is an Aries card. Mars rules Aries. So this is a great placement. This is a person who, this is a tactician. This is somebody who thinks about their goals. So first of all, let's talk about Mars. Mars it rules action. It rules sexuality. It can rule anger. This person, they are probably, with the Emperor, they could be quick to anger. With Aries, with the Mars in Aries, you're going to have very quick emotions. Aries is the infant of the zodiac. Infants, you know exactly how they're feeling. This could be a person who wears their emotions on their sleeves, though not necessarily, because the Emperor can kind of go either way, and I think that's going to depend on how mature this person is. A Mars in Aries, my husband has a Mars in Aries. They're quick to get into anger, but they're also quick to get out of it because they process it. That's why it's such a healthy placement for your Mars. They are going to tell you like, hey, this pissed me off. And then you guys are going to work it out and they're going to be completely fine. And they're actually going to be fine about it unless this person has some kind of a debilitation looking right at it, right? This person, they could be pretty, they could be the leader in a sexual act. Like they know exactly what they want. They know how to get it. This person's going to pursue you if they like you. You can see that here in their sun placements, right? Because Mars tells us how we take action, not just in sex, but other things. This person is an initiator. This person is somebody who is going to go after what they want. They're going to have a plan. They're going to be decisive. They're going to be a tactician about it. This is a person who knows what they want. Probably pretty hot. Like if you're into any kind of, dominant submission kind of stuff, because this person is going to be like a take charge type of a person, especially as they wisen up like over the years. So very balanced. And this person probably like whatever you like, if you tell this person, they're probably able to deliver on that. But this person is overall very motivated. Okay, so their obstacles. This is like a Saturn placement, so this is what they're working on karmically in this life. And that is the Four of Pentacles. You can see this playing out in their personality placements, you guys. This is a card of being stubborn. I like to say this is funny because this to me looks like someone who's playing Emperor. So this person has Emperor energy within them in their Mars placement, very masculine type of an energy. And what they're working on is not being so stingy, kind of learning like to go with the flow, and that they're not going to be damaged by that. And I feel like what we were talking about with their self-expression and then their inner workings here, and also with their Mercury placement, how we were saying that this person's very driven by their passions, but they're also very rooted in tradition and grounded. This person, I feel like they are working on taking in information and not feeling threatened by it. Because this person could cling to their traditional values and beliefs like out of feeling some kind of threat, you know, whether that is to who they are as a person, because this person has a lot of like I am type of energy to them. Whether this is, you know, the stability, this person could come from some kind of stable family situation, you know, where their family has a bit of money or tradition. They could stand to maybe inherit something, but they have to play by the rules. And, you know, there could be a lot of pressure on this person to behave a certain way, like how they were raised. They were raised to be a certain way. And this person might have been entrenched in such an environment for so long that they don't really even know who they are, and it feels safer for them to hear who they're supposed to be and tell themselves that that's who they really are, and it's really cling to that. So this person is looking to expand in this life. This person can have like Jupiter on their North Node, Jupiter being about expansion, knowledge. This person can have a Sagittarius North Node. I feel like this person has Sagittarius in their chart. Because they're supposed to be leaning into that Sagittarian energy where it's like, no, travel around, expand your mind, learn what's out there, in order to become who you are, you know. And that is going to be, Saturn is like whenever you can master it, and Saturn matures around the age of 35. So you can kind of tell like maybe where your person's at. If you've been doing your work, then that Saturn energy, when it finally lifts, then you achieve a lot of your dreams. So this person, I feel like, the key to their success is really embracing travel, mind expanding conversations. I think this might be the key to this person's heart as well, because like I said, they want somebody who has conversations. So if you can make this person, well, first of all, be yourself. I'm not trying to say like if you can make this person, but they're looking for someone that gives them the sense that they're traveling. They're looking for someone that in conversation they broaden their mind. That has different experiences. That's what it is. They want someone like different than them who's had different experiences. So if this person does come from money, they could be looking for their like little Cinderella, you know, who has come from a different place, who has lived from the school of hard knocks, who can open their mind to, hey, I view life differently, and here's why. That's important to this person. Being able to step outside of their comfort zone. Okay, pile 2, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and comment. I love hearing about your situations. I am a Gemini Sun, Gemini Mercury. I am very curious about people and what's going on with their lives. Plus, your feedback makes me a better reader, and I love that, and I'm definitely on this tarot journey. So please subscribe and like. It means the world to me. I absolutely am loving this. And like Mr. Rogers said, people who are successful are people who love what they do and they love it in front of others. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. I hope you guys have a great day. I almost said in a great life. I hope I'll see you before then. Okay, pile number 3. That was sudden. Sorry. Let's take a look at who your person is, really. Who is pile number 3's person really on the inside? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Sorry, guys, I don't take jumpers. I was just explaining this to pile number 2. I don't take jumpers when I read for other people because it's important to me to distinguish when I read for myself and how I read for other people. So I'm doing this very methodically as a trigger to my own brain. So I'm not doing reversals as well. I've already set that intention. Okay, so I am doing this astrologically. If I've put this in the title in the future, you already know that. So I will explain more what I mean when I go. I have astrological placements here. So let's jump right in and talk about this. So for their sun placement, their sun is their outward expression to the world, their vital energy. Our sun sign, according to astrology, is also something that we're growing and evolving into the highest expression of that sign. So this is the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is all about community, finding your people. I like to call it my coven card. So right away, I'm getting somebody, they could be a Gemini, a Sagittarius, or an Aquarius, because those are your signs that deal heavily with community. And the people that you see every single day and interact with and just have a really loving connection with. I mean, they could really be, so many signs. You could be a Taurus. The second house deals with your community as well. But this person overall is someone who, they come off very fun, very loving. They're probably easy to connect with for a lot of people. This is a person that you look at and it's like, it feels real though. You know, this isn't a person putting on a front. This is a person that just has a good time and knows how to kind of connect with people. There's a sense of connectedness around this person. And also fun. and celebration. I feel like this person is very, very joyous on the outside. That's how they present themselves to the world. They also could be very feminine. There's three women in this card, and the first two piles were distinctly more masculine, and this person is actually striking me as very feminine in their overall expression. So yes, that's all I want to say about that. So who are they on the inside, you guys? This is beautiful. This is the Two of Cups. Okay, so this person is loving, they're harmonious, they're balanced, they are a person who really does care about people. It is not a facade. This is a person who has a lot of love to give, and I feel like this person with these two, they're very harmonious between their outward personality and who they are on the inside, like very authentic and true to themselves. But this is a person who sees the good in people, and who really does look to be able to connect with other people. Also, this is a person who loves to learn from other people. They are very aware that relationships are mirrors, and so in their ability to find connections with other people, they see more about themselves, and they're always improving upon themselves. This is a person who is dedicated to being a good person and making a positive impact on the world. They're very aware of the ripple effect, and how we send our actions and our thoughts and who we are really does impact people. This is a person who has a lot of healing energy about them. People can sense their love and love to be around them, and it's very healing for other people. This person could have a moon in Libra, very balanced, very, very balanced and loving energy. Somebody who is just really focused on relationships and making relationships work. This is a lovely, lovely person. So interesting though, their Mercury sign. So Mercury is all about communication, your intelligent mind, how your intelligent mind works. Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Virgo, so it does rule the 3rd and 6th houses, and those are heavy community and everyday kind of houses, right? Gemini, the 3rd house rules people that you see every day, you come in contact with, and then Virgo, of course, rules your everyday routines and things like that. So this is so interesting. I feel like this person has a vivaciousness to them. They are very loving, but they're spicy a little, and they're vivacious. They might even come out of nowhere sometimes and just surprise you with the things that they say. I feel like they have a very sharp mind. They could be very witty, very sassy. I'm also seeing that here in their Mars placement. This person is sassy, got a little spice. Got a little spice to them in the best way, because they use this spice to form connections. You know, like even if this person can be a little saucy, a little sarcastic, you never really feel like they're after you or they did something to like hurt your feelings. No, this person is just kind of, I like this person already. So yeah, a lot of passion. They could be very driven in intellectual pursuits. Like they could be a person who gets interested in a lot of topics at one time, and they always have something to say that's interesting on a topic. This could be how they connect with people and connect with so many people, is they have a lot of different interests and hobbies, and they're always interested in getting new information. They love it when people tell them something new. They love to tell other people something new. This could be a conversationalist. I'm kind of getting a Mercury and Aries vibe, where they're quick, they're sassy, and very, like, Aries is the infant of the zodiac, so there's not a lot of pretense, you know, with this person. So you just feel very, like, there's a spice, but there's an innocence kind of as well. This person has beginner's mind, like, at all times. They're just so curious about life. They love it if you can change their mind. That Carl Jung quote, like, do I contradict myself? Well, then I contradict myself, you know? Because I feel like this person can see both sides of the coin at all times. This is what also makes them so easy to connect with. Nice. This is interesting. Their Venus placement. Venus rules love, relationships, one-on-one relationships, how we make our money, and our value system. So I'm getting it's funny because I'm getting kind of like overall, I would say like Venus and Aries energy for this person, because you have a lot of Venus energy that's very loving, but then you have a lot of fiery, feisty energy. So the Five of Wands is, they're fighting, but they're play fighting. So this person could be very playful in love. They could, there's some kind of competition. There could be competition for this person, because I'm just seeing this person make so many connections. That and this person does come off very loving, that a lot of people could be kind of lightly fighting for their attention, because there's something about this person where this person doesn't really I'm not getting that they pit people against each other. I don't feel like they're putting out that kind of energy. I just think they're such a great person and they form such loving connections and people feel so good around them that a lot of people are interested in them and are trying to figure out if this person is interested in them back, you know, in a romantic sense. It might be hard to tell if this person is interested in you romantically or if it is just a friendship because this person is so loving in general. And also sassy. So it leaves people a little bit confused. Like, I like you, do you like me kind of a situation. So this person could be in a career where there's like kind of competition. There's a little bit of like fighting, but kind of like lightly fighting. I don't know. And I also heard like journalism or like thoughts, something where that maybe they're putting thoughts out there that other people are also putting thoughts out there. So that's why I'm kind of thinking journalism. I'm not getting fighting like lawyer. I mean, this person could certainly be that. They have a lot of feist to them, but I don't really think this person's very about conflict or anything. Yeah, this person could have conflicting values. Like I'm saying with that Carl Jung quote of like, well, do I contradict myself? Well, then I contradict myself. Because this person, they could have some Gemini energy in them as well, Sagittarius energy, where it's like they're broadening their mind so much and they really do love that. They're connecting with people. They're learning about different viewpoints all the time. And they really get that in this plane of existence where we live in this world of duality, right? Hot, cold, up, down, left, right, that everything, the continuum is what makes things singular, you know, and makes things unified and whole. But there are opposite ends, you know, of that continuum that appear dual. And so this person, I think, doesn't have a problem with the dual extremes of things. You know, like, yeah, sometimes things are hot and sometimes things are cold. And have you ever turned the bath water on so hot it feels cold? You know, and they know that it's still all on the same continuum of temperature. You know, it's still all temperature. If that makes any sense. I know that was kind of a lofty, like, kind of a concept, but this person isn't bothered by that, bothered by duality. So that could also throw people off, but I think that's one of their gifts. That's one of their gifts. That's why this person is able to connect people and connect with people and make the world feel like a smaller place where we're all brethren, is because this person, they're not bothered by the seeming duality of things. So the Mars placement, Queen of Wands, this is excellent because Aries does rule Mars. I mean, there are other fire signs. This could be a Mars and a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm getting a ton of fire energy and I'm also getting a lot of Venus energy. So it could be Libra, Taurus. So this person knows what they want. This person, I feel like, has a lot of confidence, very confident, could be kind of a witchy individual. Where because this person is so exploratory of different ideas and things, this person could seem very kind of esoteric. There's something about them that's a little esoteric and witchy. This person knows what they want, they go after it, they have a lot of confidence when they do. This person exudes sexual energy. And in the bedroom, because Mars, I don't know if I said this, Mars rules how we take action in the world, how we go about getting our goals. It rules our sexual nature, and it rules also like anger. This person is very confident, but they're not mean. And I'm getting this, I keep saying that. That's their vibe. They're confident and they're fiery and they're not afraid to stand up for what they believe in, but they're not mean. And so this person, like if you got into an argument with this person would hold their ground. They would know exactly what they thought. And I feel like if you did get into an argument with this person, it's like this person doesn't get mad just for no reason. You know, like we got to look at the situation. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a person who's confident and knows what they want in the bedroom. They're not going to be like weird. Overall, I mean, we're all a little bit weird about, you know, oh, they're going to see me naked for the first time. But overall, this person's confident in their body. They feel confident in their skin. Even if it's just a confidence that comes from like, well, everyone feels a little weird, you know, about this. So why not just move boldly in the direction of our dreams? You know, so I do think that this person, they're very goal oriented. They're driven by their passions. They want to achieve their goals in life. Fire signs also, it's like, why fight? Why argue? Why hide and sneak and scheme? Life is short. We might as well like just get to the heart of the matter and have some fun. And I feel like that's kind of how this person comes off. So this is their Saturn placement, and Saturn is all about our karmic obstacles in this life. Saturn matures around the age of 35, so it's you know, what are we working on? And this is kind of the key to a lot of our success, because Saturn is the hard teacher. It's going to make sure you learn things. So this is the Eight of Cups. This person being so loving, they could have to work on when is time to move away and break off connections. You know, they need to figure out who to give their love, their time to. The Eight of Cups is all about using that intuitive quality of water, where you can kind of feel out situations and people to know when it's time to move away before it's too late, before we have a big argument, before the relationship is, it's like, okay, this is beyond repair. You know, it's obvious that you need to walk away when the cups are cracked, when the cups are spilt over, you know, when there are no cups. That's obvious. But this person needs to get a little bit better about walking away from people who don't mean them any harm, you know, because this person is so loving and so giving. This could be a Libra South Node, Aries North Node, just saying. I'm a Libra South Node, Aries North Node, hey. And that is all about, this person can just think the best of people all the time. And so they probably have a lot of situations in their life where they have to look at, you know, everybody's a person, everybody's a human being. And, you know, even it could not be someone's intention to hurt you, but sometimes, you know, people don't mix. People, you know, sometimes people do actually mean to hurt you. Sociopaths exist. 1 in 20, I think, is the statistics on that. And even then you have, you know, like just narcissists that are around. A lot of us have had those kinds of relationships. So this person could draw those types of people to them, like kind of predatory people to them, who want to take advantage of their good nature, who views them as an easy target. But this person isn't an easy target, by the way. This person is someone who is very loving and very connected, can focus on connection, but this person, they have some cojones, they have a little bit of power behind them. So the key for this person is being able to be this Queen of Wands, being able to bring out that Mars energy. Very heavily Aries North Node. If you want to look up Aries North Node, if you want to know more about this person, there's tons to read on it, and it's actually super interesting. But I don't know if I find it that way because that's my placement, but I find it very, very interesting. So yeah, this person needs to learn when it's time to walk away. This person also needs to maybe learn to follow their head over their heart a little bit sometimes. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. This person seems really, really great, and I don't blame you if you're confused about whether or not this person is into you in a romantic sense or not. That's not what the theme of this video is, but please subscribe because I will continue to do videos. Please do interact with me in the comments. I'm a Gemini Sun, Gemini Mercury, so I'm very curious about people all the time. But yeah, it would mean the world to me if you liked and subscribed, if you like what I do, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. Bye.